अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. We can chant these three mantras 1, 2 and 4 shlokas together. Naham deho nendriyanyantarango nahankarah pranavargo na buddhihi धारापत्यक्षेत्रवित्तादिदूरः साक्षी नित्यः प्रत्यगात्मा शिवोऽहम् रज्ज्वज्ञानाद्भाति रज्जौ यथा हि स्वात्मा ज्ञानादात्मनो जीवभावः आप्तोक्त्या हि भ्रान्तिनाशे स रज्जुः जीवो नाहं देशिकोक्त्या शिवोऽहं नाहं जातो न प्रवृद्धो न नष्टो देहस्योक्ताः प्राकृताः सर्वधर्माः कर्तृत्वादिश्चिन्मयस्यास्ति नाहं कारस्यैव ह्यात्मनो मे शिवोऽहम्. In the first shloka, there was Drik Drishya Viveka and Deha etc., the body etc. were understood to be Anatma. So, in the technical language we can say Dharmi Adhyasa Nivrittihi. There are two types of adhyasa we were saying yesterday. One is called dharmi adhyasa, other is called dharma adhyasa. What is it? Let us understand. Adhyasa means superimposition, mistake. Mistaking an entity for something else. Mistaking an entity A for the entity B, that is called dharmi adhyasa. What is there is a rope and you are mistaking the rope for a snake. This is a snake. Here in this statement, this is a snake, this is a representative of the rope. So what is there is this representing the rope and you are mistaking it for a snake. This is called dharmi adhyasa. Adhyasa means superimposition. Adipurvaka as dhatu ghai pratyaya adhyasa. Somebody asked me how adhyasa word is made, so that's why I am telling. Superimposition, mistake. So superimposition of an entity on other entity. Mistaking a given entity for another entity. Now other adhyasa is called dharma adhyasa. Superimposition of the attributes of other entity on a given entity. Superimposition of the attributes of B on the entity A. In earlier dharmi adhyasa, you were mistaking the entity A for B. Now what you are doing? You are superimposing the attributes of B on A. Generally they go together, but for our understanding we are separating. So in the first shloka there was negation of dharmi adhyasa. Dharmi tadatmya nishedaha. The negation of the identification with the entity called Deha etc. And now in the second shloka, Jiva Bhava, the sense of individuality was negated. Now in the fourth shloka, this Dharmadhyasa Nivrittihi, the negation of the attributes of other entity on Atma, that is being done. So in the first shloka, Dharmi Adhyasa Nivritti. In the fourth shloka, Dharma Adhyasa Nivritti. Means what? Generally, because of ignorance, I impose the qualities of anatma on me. The qualities of the body, fatness, darkness, fairness, old age, I superimpose upon me. And I say what? I am fat. Body is fat, I say I am fat. Body is old, I say I am old. So this is what? Dharmadhyasa. I was born on that particular day, 2nd October. So the people feel good, no? I was born on 2nd October. And I am aging. I am going to die. So these are what? Dharmadhyasa. I am sad. This is what? Dharmadhyasa. I am karta. Dharmadhyasa. Kartrutvam is a quality of Vijnanamaya Kosha. I superimpose upon me. So those dharmadhyasa, the attributes of anatma superimposed upon atma, that is being negated. And in the first shloka, when dharmi adhyasa was negated, the principle followed was aham drashta drishyat bhinnaha. I, the knower, am different from the known. Here in dharmadhyasa nivrutti, the principle followed is drishya dharma drishyanam eva dharmaha. In Sanskrit we can say drishya dharmaha. But that will be too complicated to understand. Drishya dharmaha, what do we understand? So we say drishya dharmaha drishyanam dharmaha. Means the qualities which are experienced belong to the experienced entity. Experienced qualities belong to the objects which are experienced. For example, if you remember, I had given this example, yellow pencil. If you remember, the first day or something I had given. So, yellow color I am experiencing, and yellow color is what? Drishya dharmaha. The quality experienced. So, what Vedanta is saying? The quality which is experienced, it belongs to the entity which is experienced. Experienced quality belongs to experienced entity, not the experiencer. So, drishya dharmaha drishyanam eva dharmaha natu drashtuhu. Experience qualities belong to the experienced entities and not to the experiencer, the knower, the illuminator. That is the second principle of Drik Drishya Viveka or Atma Anatma Viveka. That second principle is followed here. And they say in English, let Caesar's property be given to Caesars. Have you heard this? Caesar is not the Caesar. The Caesar or something they call it. Julius Caesar. This Jesus Christ said this. Say, let the Caesar or Caesar's property, things be given to Caesar. So let Anatma's quality be given to Anatma. So Vedanta says you are importing problems. See, some people import some computers, some cell phone, Apple, etc. Vedanta says you are importing problems. You are free from problems. And you are importing the problems of Anatma unto yourself. Why are you doing that? Like sometimes, some poor countries, they are importing junk, and they will have pollution. Similarly here, Vedanta says, let Anatma qualities remain with Anatma. Don't import those qualities unto yourself. That is the message here. Naham jataha. I am not born. Na pravruddhaha. I am not grown. I am not grown up. So according to Vedanta, you don't grow up. So sometimes, our parents, when they are angry, say, you are not growing, When will you grow up? You are behaving like a child, You should feel happy. You should read this. Na pravruddha. Na pravruddha. All right. Na nashtaha means, really, literally means, I am not destroyed. But it's a contradiction. Because if nashtaha, na nashtaha, you cannot say, I am not going to be destroyed. So, I am not born, I am not grown up, and I am not going to be destroyed. So, this jataha, janma, vruddhi, pravruddha means vruddhi, nashtaha, nasha, they do not belong to me. Then, these qualities belong to whom? Dehasya uktaha sarva dharmaha. Sarva dharmaha means all these qualities. Janma, vruddhi, nashaha. Birth, growth and death. Sarva dharmaha. All these quality. Dehasya uktaha. They are said to be of the body. Dehasya means of the body. Belonging to the body. All these qualities, sarva dharmaha, mentioned in the first line, they uktaha, said to be of the body. Means they are not mine. Unnecessary, I am feeling I am going to die. Death belongs to the body. But I identify with the body and say, I am going to die. So here, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, they belong to the body. And these dharmaha are prakritaha. Prakrita has got two meanings. Belonging to prakriti, fundamental matter. So these qualities of being born, growing and dying belong to prakriti, which is savikara, which is subject to modification. So the qualities of the prakriti are manifesting through the body. So these qualities of being born, etc., being manifesting. Here born means in the case of Maya it will be manifesting. So being born, being grown and dying, they really the qualities of prakriti. Manifesting through the body. Like the rusting quality of copper will be manifesting through the copper vessel. Copper vessel is rusting means copper is wasting. Copper's quality is manifesting through the product of copper. Similarly, the body which is the product of prakriti is having this quality of birth, growth and death. Not me. And here three are mentioned. Other three we have to supply. What are the other three? How many modifications are there for the body? 6. First one is what? Asti. In Tattva Bodha it is Asti. Otherwise generally called Jayate Asti. But there Asti. Asti means being in potential form. Asti. Then Jayate is given. Vardate given. Then Viparinamate. Metamorphic changes. Becoming adult and growing in straight line. And then apakshiyate, declining. And finally nashtaha, dying. So all these 6 modifications, dehasya uktaha, they are said to be of the body. And if you assimilate this fact, then you are free from the complexes related to the body. We have seen earlier. I am not born, I am not going to die. Alright. And Prakrita has got another meaning also. And that is, Prakrita means common to all living beings. Prakrita means general, common. Common to all living beings. And these are common to all. Jata, Vruddhi, Nashta. Because in the second half of the shloka, he is going to talk about certain qualities which belong to human beings and human being-like living beings. So to contrast with that, Prakritaha. common to all living beings. This quality is dehasya uktaha. And now in the third half, he says, kartrutvadihi na kartrutvadi ahankarasya eva nahi chinmayasya atmanah me. Nahi me chinmayasya atmanah. So these kartrutvadi means doership. What we call in English free will. Free will means what? Kartum, akartum, anyathava kartum shakyam. That quality. The quality of doing something, ability of doing something, not doing that thing, or doing it differently. Swamiji, Pujya Swamiji's example was clapping. I can clap. Pujya Swamiji used to say, clap. Nobody clapped. So, you have this. I clapped. You did not clap. So, I have this ability to clap, not clap, or clap differently. In Gujarat, they will do it like this. Garba. They clapping is in a way they are clapping. So this ability, which is called in English free will. So what is free will? Sanskrit word kartrutvam. When people have this, what is free will? In Sanskrit, how will we say free will? Technical word for free will is kartrutvam. If we give literal translation of free will, muktecha. Literally it means free means mukta, will means icha. But the idea conveyed by this free will is what is conveyed by the word kartrutvam. And just incidental note, when there is kartrutvam, there alone punya papas are possible. Animals do not have kartrutvam, therefore they do not get punyam, they do not get papam. Some dogs, are highly trained. They bring newspaper. They bring vegetable. I have seen some videos. But they do not get punyam. And suppose they bite somebody. Like yesterday's scorpion bite. So that person, that scorpion did not get papam. Or it helps somebody, a scorpion or cow, gives some milk, it doesn't get punya. When donkey kicks, donkey doesn't get papam. My papam is exhausted. Yeah, that is something happens. Some punya papa account happens. But donkey doesn't get. My papam is exhausted. Or donkey serves by carrying your load. Donkey does not get any punyam. Your punyam is exhausted. So kartrutva and punya papa go together. Therefore, these all animals, they are free from punya papa. Therefore, they are called vimuktaha. Vimuktaha. All right. So this kartrutva and adi is there, etc. Etc. means what? Bhoktrutvam, pramatrutvam. Kartrutvam is doership. Bhoktrutvam is experiencership. Sometimes they translate as enjoyership. But enjoyership is not a good translation because Bhoktrutvam refers to the experience of pleasure and pain both. And you cannot say, I am enjoying my pain. You generally don't say. Sometimes philosophically you say that, but generally you don't say, I am enjoying my pain. Otherwise somebody will pinch and say, enjoy your pain, enjoy your pain. So, we use the neutral word. What is that? Experiencership. So, bhoktrutvam means experiencership. So, one ship you have what? Doership. Other ship you have is what? Experiencership. Third ship is Pramatrutvam, knowership. So you are having 3 ships. You are so rich. 3 ships, you have 3, I don't know, ships, plural is not there. Ship. Ship is there, plural? Ships? Huh? There? Ships, okay. Okay, I am not sure. Because in English sometimes the plural is not there. Sheep, there is no plural. Okay. But ship I think have. So you have got 3 ships. Pramatrutvam. What is Pramatrutvam? Kartrutvam you understood. That ability to do action. And experientialship means this ability or the status of being experiencer of pleasure and pain. Generally, this bhoktrutvam word is used in the context of pleasure and pain. Sukha dukha anyatara sakshatkaraha bhogaha. Bhogashrayatvam bhoktrutvam. ऐसे संस्कृत में बोल देते हैं. So they talk like this. So bhoga is experience of pleasure and pain, and bhoktrutvam is bhogashraya, the locus of bhoga, where bhoga happens, that is called bhoktrutvam. Where kriya happens is called kartrutvam. Kriyashrayatvam kartrutvam. So where kriya happens, the locus of activity, action is called kartrutvam. The locus of experiencer of pleasure and pain is called bhoktrutvam. And sometimes the third one is separately mentioned, and that is pramatrutvam. Pramatrutvam means what? The knowership. Pramayaha ashrayaha pramata. The locus of prama is called pramata. So I am seeing this clip. So then who am I? I am pramata. I cannot say I am bhokta. See what pleasure and pain now is, I saw the clip, what bhoga. So that status is what? Pramata. So I am, when I am seeing the clip, then I am pramata. I like the clip. Wow, very nice. Some sukha came. Then I become what? Bhokta. You see the difference. So pramatrutvam, bhoktrutvam and kartrutvam. These 3 are referred to by the word kartrutvadi. And this kartrutvadi, he says, ahankarasya eva. We have to connect with it. Nahankara is there, no? Nahamkarasya eva, ahankarasya eva. Anvaya is like that. Kartrutvadihi chin ahankarasya eva bhavati. This kartrutvam belongs to, is of ahankara, ego. And we have seen ahankara. What is ahankara? Abhimanashraya antahkaranam ahankara. So the mind or the inner instrument which has got the abhimana, aham karta, that ahankara is karta, bhokta and pramata. So kartrutvadi belongs to ahankara. Why? Because kartrutvam, the doership, is possible only in that locus where modification is possible. Yatra kriya tatra vikriya. Wherever activity is there, modification has to be there. Without modification, action is not possible. Any action is possible in that locus where modification is possible. And in Atma, Chinmayasya Atmanaha, in the self which is of the nature of consciousness. Here Chinmaya means of the nature of consciousness. For consciousness which is Atma, modification is not possible. So where is it possible? It is possible in Ahankara. In the language of Kosha, it is Vijnanamaya Kosha. So Ahankarasya here refers to Vijnanamaya Koshasya. In Taittiriya it comes Vijnanam Yagdam Tanute. So this Vijnanam Buddhi, Ahankara is the Karta. So Ahankarasya eva Kartrutvadihi. And Chidmayasya Atmanaha me na asti. this Kartrutvadi do not belong to me, conscious, the Atma, which is of the nature of consciousness. So the Anvaya will be what? Kartrutvadi ahankarasya eva nahi chinmayasya atmanaha me bhavati. So this Kartrutvadi does not belong to me, the self, which is of the nature of consciousness. What is the reason why it cannot belong to me, consciousness? Because in me, consciousness, modification is not possible. In fact, this is how in Kathopanishad and Bhagavad Gita, these two things are connected. Yaenam vetti hantaram vyaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tauna vijanitaha nayam hantina hanyate. So in this shloka, the kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam is negated. And then in the next shloka, for that connection is why kartrutvam is not possible? Because there is no modification possible. How modification is not there? For that, na jayate mriyate va kadachit. So these two things are connected. Kartrutvadi and Vikara. So Atma does not have Kartrutvam because Atma is free from Vikara. So I am Akarta, Abhokta, Apramata because I am Nirvikaraha. I am changeless. Alright. Here, Dharmadhyasa was negated. In the first half, the Janmadi Dharma were negated. Dharma means attributes were negated. And here in the second half, Kartrutvadi Dharma means attributes were negated. So Dharmadhyasa Nivrutti, the negation of Dharmadhyasa. I am free from all attributes. Nirgunaha aham. Because all attributes are experienced. And experience attributes cannot belong to me. Therefore, I am Nirguna Chaitanyam. I am attributeless consciousness. Here, some incidental notes which will be useful, and that is, this Kartrutva Bhoktrutvadi is considered to be samsara. And to be free from this notion of Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva, one has to be relatively free from the obsession with Kartrutva and Bhoktrutva. If I am too much obsessed with the idea of doing this, doing that, before I die, I want to complete all the Chardham Yatra, or I want to complete all this Ashtavinayaka, or I want to complete all these pilgrimage centers related to Vishnu. If that type of obsession is there, simple wish is there, no problem. But obsession, somehow I want to do it. Some people have this, Swamiji, I have done this Badri, Kedar and Gangotri, but Yamunotri is not done. There are many people, I am also one of them. I also have seen 3, Yamunotri is not done. But I don't have obsession. By God's grace, the obsession is not there. But people have, I have not done this, I have not done this. Somehow I want to do this. That obsession with this particular activities will not allow you to assimilate this fact, I am a karta. So to assimilate this fact, see, understanding is very easy. 10 minutes we can complete. 15 minutes we complete. Naham karta, naham bhokta, na prabhata. 1 minute. But to assimilate means I see this for myself as a fact, not as an information, but as a fact. And that is possible when I am free from any obsession of any activity. Don't connect the success of your life with particular external activities. Yeah, you can say, I want to attain moksha. That is perhaps okay. That also in Ashtavakra Gita we saw, that also Bhranti. So moksha also is not there. But perhaps it is okay. But if you say that before I die, Swamiji, I want to teach 108 students of Vedanta, then only my life is successful. Don't have such. I also don't have. Even though I happen to be a teacher, but I don't have that, oh, how many students. Actually, I don't have a count also. No such obsession. That Swamiji, I want to flood the whole world with Vedanta. You will be flooded out. So, don't have that. That missionary spirit is against the assimilation of Vedanta. Yes, you can have love, compassion to serve people as and when opportunity arises. But don't have such obsession. If you have obsession, you will not be able to assimilate this fact. Therefore, abhinivesha, in Sanskrit there is a beautiful word, abhinivesha. Obsession is not there. If Bhagavan makes this body, mind, sense complex instrument to teach people, I don't mind. That is healthy attitude. But I want to do this. It is a good impact. We require such people who have such zeal. I want to do this, I want to do this. These people are required. But for Jnana Nishtha, it is an obstacle. Otherwise, we require people. In fact, I inspire people. You do this, you do as much as cleansing in the system, do it. But if you have Jnana Nishtha as the goal, then it becomes obstacle. So don't have any obsession. You say, if Bhagavan's will is there, we will do it. In Tamil, Puja Swamiji used to say, when Puja Swamiji used to say something to his mother, we will do this. Then mother will say, if Bhagavan wishes, we will do it. In Urdu also, inshallah. So, very common now. So, Bhagavan wish, if it happens, happens. Alright, so this is very useful to know. And another thing, incidental but useful, and that is, Kartrutva Abhinivesha, the obsession with doership will be reduced when you are relatively free from Bhoktrutva Abhinivesha. Means, if I am obsessed with this idea of, I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy this. What is the life without this? I have not seen Switzerland, no, Alps. What is the life? I have been wishing, every time Swamiji I plan, I save money and something happens. So I am missing so much. If obsession with bhoga is there, then kartrutva abhinivesha you cannot get rid of. Bhoktrutva abhinivesha is there, bhoktrutva you cannot get rid of. Even kartrutvam you cannot get it. They are connected. As long as got intense desire for certain bhogas, you cannot be free from kartrutva abhinivesha. That is why vairagyam is emphasized in Shastra. They say Vedanta Satsang is called Vita Raga Katha. The name of Vedanta Satsang is Vita Raga Katha. Katha means this Upadesha, teaching. Teaching with Vairagyam. And even in your interaction with others, if you want to withdraw from some activities, then first you withdraw from the benefits of those activities. Especially those who are in this Grihastha and slowly you want to withdraw from activities, reduce your activities, and you want to focus more and more on Vedanta, then first you should reduce taking the privileges of this family life. Some people, what they do, they continue to demand bhogas, facilities, comforts, and they say, I want to withdraw. So withdraw from what? Duties. Not withdrawing from comforts, bhoga. That is the wrong approach. First, one should withdraw from receiving the comforts, benefits, etc. Otherwise, people will say that you are telling that I am a Vedanti, I want to be a sannyasi, internal sannyasi, so I am withdrawing from activities. But when it comes to bhoga, you are the first one to sit on the dining table. That is wrong approach. So, if you want to reduce your bhoktrutva abhinivesha, then kartrutva abhinivesha will be reduced. As long as abhinivesha, obsession is there, you cannot get rid of kartrutvam or bhoktrutvam. And one more useful thing to remember, I can assimilate I am akarta when I have been practicing this particular approach in interaction. That any credit is given to me, I don't take the full credit. I always pass it on to the gurus, to the parents, to our elders, to our mentors. If somebody says, you did this job very well, so you should not say, don't say like this. Don't praise me like this. Some people have the allergy to praise also. It's not real allergy. Inside they want, but somehow they think that earlier you were not praising me, now why are you praising me? That type of message they are giving. So the allergy, that is not correct. If somebody praises you for something, you should say thank you first. And then give the credit of that job to appropriate person. Suppose you are cooking well, then you give credit to your parents or somebody who taught you, or you give to that Kalpana Dalal or somebody there, no? Some Dalal is there, no? Eh? Eh? Tarla Dalal, Tarla Dalal, somebody. Because most of the people read that from YouTube. Our cooks also reading from YouTube. So that will dilute your kartrutva. Don't take full credit. You said it is because of the trainings of my elders. If somebody tells me that lecture was good, I said our tradition is good. Our tradition is so rich. So I am exposed to that by God's grace. I am exposed to the tradition. I have received from the tradition, so I am sharing. So don't take full credit. I mean, give credit to the others. So in fact, when people do namaskara, we do namaskara. So we pass it on to Bhagavan, or we give it back to them. So that is how we have to lead the life which is in keeping with the spirit of Vedanta. That's what I say. To be Vedanta student is one thing. To have the spirit of Vedanta is quite another. You lead your life with the spirit of Vedanta. And this is the spirit of Vedanta. That our lifestyle should be such that it does not strengthen our doership, strengthen our experiencership. It dilutes so that it is easy. Alright. So here Dharmadhyasa was negated. So 1, 2, 4, these 3 shlokas are revealing the true nature of Jivaha Atma. Technically it is called Tvam Padartha Vichara. Tvam Padartha Vichara. Vichara means analysis. Tvam Padartha means the meaning of the word Tvam, you. And where is this Tvam Pada? In the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi, you are that. In that sentence, word Tvam is there. That is called Tvam Pada. Artha means meaning. So Tvam Padartha Vichara means the analysis or the understanding, discriminative understanding of the meaning of the word Tvam, you, I. This understanding itself gives me so much relief. I become so much free from so many complexes. Complex is based on the body, senses, mind, intellect. It's highly relieving. But even though this understanding is very useful and important, but not complete. Why? Because we have left out this world. I simply said, I am not this world, including this body. Sashariram Vishwam Aham Na. So this world, including this body, mind, sense complex, I am not. So I have disidentified from this world, which includes the body, mind, sense complex. But I have to account for this world. What is the place of this world with reference to the reality that I am? Otherwise, what will happen? You will feel good when you are doing Mano Buddhya Hankara Chittarinaham Nacha Shrotra Jivve Shivoham Shivoham. You do that, you feel good. But when you have to interact with the world, you feel little uncomfortable. In fact, some sadhaka, they say this, Swamiji, before coming to Vedanta, I was interacting with the world, with problems, but interacting with the world. But after coming to Vedanta, Swamiji, I don't like to interact with the world. I feel so disturbed. I like to sit in meditation. That's it. Meditation. Shivoham, Shivoham. So they think I will say, wow, great, congratulations. I said, that's not healthy state. Because you cannot remain in samadhi forever. You have to come out. And whenever you come out, you have to interact with what? The world only. And if you have not given proper place to the world in your understanding of the reality, then there will be conflict. People say this, Swamiji, I don't like to interact. I like to remain, inside my room all the time meditating. And those people are likely to have some psychic problems. If they don't handle this issue properly, they are not guided properly, then they may have psychic problem. Therefore, this understanding of the world is important. And for that, we have got another topic in Shastra called Tat Padartha Vichara. Tat Padartha Vichara means the analysis of artha, the meaning of the word tat. Tat pada means the word tat. Pada means word. So Tat Padartha Vichara means analysis of the meaning of the word tat in the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. Means I need to have the understanding of tat, the meaning of the word tat, which will lead me finally to the understanding of Tattvam Aikya Vichara, the analysis of or understanding of inquiring into the oneness between the Tat and Tvam. When that happens, then only your understanding of Vedanta is complete. Then only you will say, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Aham Brahmeva Na Aparaha. And then I alone am appearing in the form of this world. I alone am in the form of my spouse, my children. My spouse we cannot say. I am appearing in the form who is called my spouse, called my child. I alone am in the form of all. So this is the ultimate vision, where nothing is excluded. Your vision, final vision should be all inclusive. Right? They know they're all inclusive. So the product should be all inclusive. Then only you have got complete vision, healthy vision. And for that purpose, Tat Vichara, Tat Padartha Vichara and Tattvam Aikya Vichara is done. And that is being done in the third and the fifth sloka. Abhatidam Vishwamat आभातीदं विश्वमात्मन्यसत्यम् सत्यज्ञानानन्दरूपे विमोहात् निद्रामोहात् स्वप्नवत्तन्न सत्यम् शुद्धः पूर्णो नित्य एकः शिवोऽहम् Yes, please chant. Very good. When you chant together, it sounds always good. Ha. Abhati idam vishwam. I am doing Sandhi Vigraha. Abhati idam vishwam atmani asatyam. Satya gnanananda rupe vimohat. Nidra mohat swapnavat tat na satyam. Shuddha Purnaha Nityaha Ekaha Shivaha Aham. Alright. This may not be relevant to so many of you. Only some people are interested. So for them, rest of you can happily ignore it. So here, Srishti Vichara is done. The idea of creation. What is its role? Let us understand. In Shastra, this Tat Padartha Vichara, the analysis of the meaning of the word Tat, is done with Srishti Prakriya, or before that we use the word Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya. Let me use the word Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya. So Tat Padartha Vichara is done with the help of Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya. Prakriya means method. Adhyaropa means, in this context, deliberate superimposition. Apavada means the negation of the deliberate superimposition. So Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya means the method of deliberate superimposition and negation. Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya, the method of deliberate superimposition and negation. And this Prakriya is a tool, a method of communication. This Prakriya word is used in the sense of method of communication. So Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya is a method of communicating about the ultimate reality, limitless reality called Brahmatma. Brahma, which is Atma. So Adhyaropa Prakriya is meant for communicating about incommunicable reality called Brahmatma. So in this Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya, two stages are there. One is Adhyaropa means deliberately we superimpose something. Something is not a fact, the ultimate fact, but we deliberately attribute that particular quality to some entity. And later on we negate. That is called Apavada. It will be clear when I give the example. Suppose somebody asks me, what is space? Then, to begin with, what will I say? What is inside this pot is space. So what I am saying? What is inside this pot is space. If I ask you, what is there? Oh, nothing. What you are thinking as nothing, which is there inside this pot, is space. So I introduce space by saying that It is something which is inside a particular vessel. This is what adhyaropaha. I am deliberately superimposing the status of being inside the pot on space. Space is not really something which is inside the pot. It is outside also. It is where the wall of the pot is. It is there also. So to say that space is inside the pot is not a complete fact about space. I am limiting space. When I say space is inside the pot, I am limiting as it were. But to begin with, I deliberately say what is there inside this pot is space. This is adhyaropaha. And then I say that this space is accommodating what is there inside it. If you put some grains, it will accommodate. So what is space? Space is that which accommodates things. Avakasha pradatru akasham. So that which is accommodating things is called avakasha, is called akasha. And that akasha is there outside this pot space, pot also. It accommodates pot also. So it is outside as well. It is inside, outside. Not only that, where the wall of the pot is, there also space is. In fact, in space, there is no inside, outside. So space is everywhere. But if I said space is everywhere in the beginning, he will not understand. So first I say space is inside, and afterwards what I say, space is not inside, space is everywhere. That is called apavada. So I negate that space is just contained in the pot, that idea I negate. And I say space is inside, outside, everywhere. In fact, free from inside, outside, that is space. So this is called adhyaropa apavada. When I say space is inside, it is adhyaropa, deliberate superimposition of a particular status on space. Then apavada, I negate that. And in the process, I communicate what is space. This is called adhyaropa apavada prakriya. Similarly, Shruti does that. Shruti is accepting the existence of this world and accepts the causal status of Brahman. Really, Brahman is not the cause, because the cause is the one which undergoes some change. The conventional definition of cause is parinami, that which undergoes a change. Whereas Brahman is not subject to any change, therefore Brahman cannot be the cause, is not really the cause. But for communication purpose, it is said that Brahman is the cause and the world is the effect. Jagat karyam Brahma karanam. 2-3 days back, Swamiji explained one class full. If you are awake, so whole class he explained this. Generally, he doesn't take whole class for one shloka or something, but he did that. He karya karana prakriya vichara he did. And he established first that the world is karyam. In fact, that itself takes time. And then, what is karanam? For that, shastram is pramanam. Brahman is karanam. And this is very important topic in Shastra. In fact, in Vedanta, the topic of Karya Karana takes lot of space. So many places, so many ways this idea is given. Somehow Shruti feels very much enthusiastic when it talks about creation. Very elaborate. In Tattvamasi involved little 1 or 2 sentences. But this creation means Shruti is very generous. Alright. So Shruti presents this, that Brahman is Karanam and this Jagat is Karyam. And what is the corollary? What are the corollaries of that? One corollary is that since Brahman is Karanam, and Shruti says that Brahman is both the Karanams. It is Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam, both. It is cause, it is intelligent cause, and it is material cause. And being the intelligent cause of everything, Brahman is Sarvajnam. And what is the Nyaya? Ghatasya Karta Ghatagnaha, Patasya Karta Patagnaha, Sarvasya Karta Sarvajnaha. We like to say this, therefore we say, even though you know I say. I like to say this. So, the creator of pot is the knower of the pot, creator of cloth is knower of cloth, and creator of all is knower of all. So, Brahman is Sarvajnam. Shastra Yoditvat. This idea is given in Brahma Sutra. So, Brahman is Sarvajna. Sarva Shakti. Because for creation, the maker should have power also. See, sometimes the old lady, so now she is in the bed, she has got the recipe of this so-called Nair Payasam. Nair Payasam, but she doesn't know certain capacity. So she cannot be the maker. So you require Jnanam, you require Shakti also. And therefore, Sarvasya Karta, Sarva Shakti. So Brahman is Sarvajna, Sarva Shakti. And one more important thing, corollary is, Brahman being Upadana Karanam, material cause, it is pervading the entire world. Like the material cause for the pots, all pots, clay, pervades all pots. So, Upadana Karanam Sarvani Karyani Vyapnoti. The material cause pervades all the effects, its effects. So, clay pervades all pots, wood pervades all furnitures, water pervades all waves. Similarly, Brahma being the material cause pervades all. And this Brahman, when it is referred to as the cause, it is called Ishvaraha. We use another word, Ishvaraha. Because, Brahman sometimes doesn't give feeling, When you say Ishvara, it gives because of our cultural background. For foreigner, it doesn't make any difference. You Brahman or Ishvara, both same. But in Shastra, both words are used for the maker, but we generally use the word Ishvaraha. So, Ishvara, which is Brahman, being the material cause, pervades the entire world, which is the effect. Now the question is, how do I appreciate that Ishvara, which is called Brahman, is all pervasive? There are two methods. All this topic has been discussed by Swamiji. But some of you might have forgotten. And your forgetfulness is my strength. So, I will repeat little bit in the next class and we will complete tomorrow. So you may be wondering when Swamiji will complete. I will complete tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Namudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.